Hey y'all. You know, Psalm 42:1 says, as the hart, H-A-R-T, not heart like in your chest, H-A-R-T, which is a deer, as the hart panteth after the water brooks, so thirsteth my soul after thee, O Lord. That's where I'm at, friends. You know, I live here all alone. I don't have anybody here to talk to except God and my cat. And my cat sleeps most of the time, so I do a lot of talking to God. And God does a lot of talking to me. He just gave me Zechariah, Micah, and Isaiah, scriptures from those three books. And since I hadn't visited Micah in a long time, and I bet you haven't either, Micah is just a few books before you get to the New Testament, near the end of the Old Testament. Since I hadn't been to Micah in a while, I went there to see what God was giving me. And it is chapter 4 of Micah. And it is some good stuff, so I'm going to share it with you. And reading John MacArthur's commentary on Micah 4, he is referring to the millennial reign of Christ in this chapter, and I think a chapter before and a chapter after or something like that. I don't remember what I read, but anyway, chapter 4 for sure is referring to the millennial reign of Christ, which is coming up pretty quick. It's going to start happening pretty quick, friends. So let me share the 4th chapter of the book of Micah with you. It shall come to pass in the latter days that the mountains of the house of the Lord shall be established as the highest of the mountains, and it shall be lifted up above the hills, and people shall flow to it, and many nations shall come and say, come, let us go up to the mountain of the Lord, and to the house of the God of Jacob, that he may teach us his ways, that we may walk in his paths. For out of Zion shall go forth the law and the word of the Lord from Jerusalem. He shall judge between many peoples. He shall decide disputes for strong nations far away. Jesus Christ will be ruling. He will be in control for 1,000 years. That's what they're talking about. He will judge many peoples and shall decide their disputes for strong nations far away. And they shall beat their swords into plowshares and their spears into pruning hooks, and shall not lift up sword against nation, neither shall they learn war anymore. Since Jesus is going to be ruling, there won't be any need for war and weapons. But they shall sit every man under his vine and under his fig tree, and no one shall make them afraid. For the mouth of the Lord of hosts has spoken. For all the peoples walk each in the name of its God, but we will walk in the name of the Lord our God forever and ever. In that day, declares the Lord, I will assemble the lame and gather those who have been driven away, and those whom I have afflicted, and the lame I will make the remnant, and those who were cast off a strong nation. And the Lord will reign over them in Mount Zion from that time forth and forevermore. And forevermore here doesn't mean like eternity. It means for a very long time, which it's referring to the 1,000 years that the Lord will reign here on earth. And you, O tower of the flock, hill of the daughter of Zion, to you it shall come. The former dominion shall come, kingship for the daughter of Jerusalem. Now why do you cry aloud? Is there no king in you? Has your counselor perished? That pain seized you like a woman in labor? Writhe and groan, O daughter of Zion, like a woman in labor. For now ye shall go out from the city and dwell in the open country. You shall go to Babylon. There you shall be rescued. There the Lord will redeem you from the hand of your enemies. Now many nations are assembled against you, saying, Let her be defiled, and let your eyes gaze upon Zion. But they do not know the thoughts of the Lord. They do not understand his plan, that he has gathered them as sheaves to the threshing floor. Arise and thresh, O daughter of Zion, for I will make your horn iron, and I will make your hoofs bronze. Ye shall beat in pieces many peoples, and shall devote their gain to the Lord, their wealth to the Lord of the whole earth. Bam! You know, friends, it doesn't matter where I go in this book, there's some excellent stuff. I hope you live in the Word also. You will be blessed, I promise you that. All right, I think that's it for today. Well, that's what I thought at the last video too, so who knows? I may be back, but for now, that's it. God bless you, friends. I love you. And I see a lot of new people looking at my videos. Y'all, I'm not anybody, but I welcome you to my channel. Thank you very much, friends.